3, 2, 1, go! Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Manuela, and in this video we will find a trash celebrity American topic that we love a lot. We love a lot spill the coffee, not the tea, because I don't like the tea. I prefer the coffee as an Italian, with an Italian perspective. So all the contents that are viral in this moment in the United States with an Italian perspective. Why this format on my channel? Because I know that in the United States there are a lot of people that got an Italian background, relatives in Italy, and also because you guys love my country, so why not? I will have my phone here, so like in the other videos, I have my notes, so sometimes I will read and we will discuss together about the topic of today. So in today's videos, we will talk about Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo, Erivo, on the Wicked movie with our Italian perspective. So let's do it. Let's start. Do not forget to hit like, leave a comment. We can have discuss together on the comment, an advice, an idea for the future content, and do not forget to subscribe, please. So, why Ariana Grande looks exhausted, Hollywood pressure, Wicked, and Italian perspective of today. In today's video, we are spilling the coffee on something juicy and emotional. We're talking about Ariana Grande, as I said, Cynthia Erivo, Wicked, and why people online and offline cannot stop analyzing their every move. We will cover the following topic: thinness and body language, childhood fame and trauma, Hollywood, Disney, nickel-down pressure, cultural differences between Italy and US, some reaction on the social media, especially on Reddit. You guys are crazy on Reddit and it's so fun to read you, and the reality behind the fantasies featuring versus the reality of the Italian movies. So please grab your coffee or your tea if you prefer the tea, because this is gonna be a deep 30 minutes spill coffee and philosophy about life, cinema, and humanity. So let's do it. Let's start with the obvious. Ariana and Cynthia at the moment are under constant public scrutiny. Every photo, every video, every appearance is analyzed. Ariana's posture, Cynthia's gesture, smiles, silences, hugs, even the tilt of their heads. And this is weird. So I would like to start with a Reddit comment that are funny, but at the same time we can understand the sentiment online and offline of you guys, and we can discuss together. So feel free to leave a comment and with advice, a suggestion, or just your opinion on the case. Ariana looks uncomfortable. Cynthia is always stepping in like a bodyguard. This is true, and I don't like. Both are too thin. This is worrying. Are you blind, guys? No, it's marketing. From our Italian perspective, this is just a marketing case. Checking the attitude that Cynthia has got for Ariana during the last interviews is weird. She protects Ariana, but it could be a dangerous situation also for her. We saw that in one of the last interviews in Singapore, a fan tried to talk, tried to touch Ariana, and Cynthia protect her like a bodyguard, like a security. But from our Italian perspective, we saw that a built image that result a fake image, because the Cynthia job is to do the actress and not to do the bodyguard. So what is the real perspective in Italy regarding Ariana and Cynthia and Wicked movie during the last weeks? So what we see and what we think about this case is that in this moment, after 2 years from the movie and for the promotional seasons, they spent 2 years, travel the world, meet the fans of the movie, and we know that Ariana spent all her life to try to get this role. So Ariana in the movie is the good lady and Cynthia is the evil woman. So we, from our Italian perspective, think that off camera they try to act in the same way of their role in the movie, and this is something that we feel like a personal brand image. So they're trying to build and maintain the personal brand with their image, their attitude, and of course the contract sign that of course they sign for this movie. So what is our perspective is that money in this case will show their personality, their real personality, because off camera they are completely in the characters, and how we see there are a lot of mental issue, mental health problems, especially for Ariana Grande. So what we reflect on it is that the personal brand of the image of both is taking a high level, and of course money behind this kind of role on this movie has got a huge part. And we, from our perspective in Italy, we think that after they sign for this contract movie, they will deal that for all the years of the promotional seasons they will act after they are in the movie, and no boundaries for the production. So another thing that we suspect in Italy is the study of every movement of the body regarding Ariana and Cynthia, especially when they appear together. Okay, they always appear together in the last weeks, but that's fine. So it's the non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication in the United States, from our perspective, is really important and has got a huge evidence, because if we reflect, we can notice that the FBI, so the policemen in the United States, use the non-verbal communication to study the responsible person for a specific case, a specific serious case, and that's why this non-verbal communication is really part of the US community, of the US online and offline culture, population. And in Italy it's really hard to understand this, because so checking every gesture, every position of the body, every blink, because in Italy the FBI, for example, does not take care of the non-verbal communication when we have to find the responsible person of a serious case. So it's not legal to study a case in Italy start from the non-verbal communication. So we just concentrate ourselves on the words and the context. Personally, I don't agree with this. So personally, I agree with your opinion and in the United States. So to me personally, it's fundamental. It's really important, the non-verbal communication more than the verbal communication, because the words are important, but the most important is non-verbal communication. Non-verbal communication is everything. If you want to study a person, if you want to understand better a person, and yeah. So personally, I agree with your guys in the United States, but you need to know that our perspective in Italy is non-verbal communication is something that we don't take seriously, and we focus on the word of Cynthia and Ariana. So if Ariana in an interview is almost crying because an interview asking her something delicate, we focus on her words, so not on her gesture or so just to let you know that for us non-verbal communication is less important than the verbal communication, not to me but for the Italian perspective. Okay. The other thing that I noticed and I would like to discuss with your guide, so please feel free to leave a comment, hit a like and subscribe to my channel to have future content like this. Spilling the coffee with me. Ariana Grande's child star trauma, so the trauma of this little star that start to act around 14. So in this case Ariana, but we can talk from other stars like Cynthia, but also Britney Spears. We should remember when Britney Spears crying in front of an interviewer, Justin Bieber, Lindsay Lohan, Paris Hilton. So we can tell a lot of names with the same or similar childhood of Ariana. So let's focus on Ariana on this video. Ariana grew up performing for the camera from age 14, as I say. She never had a normal childhood. We remember Cat Valentine on Nickelodeon, pop superstar in her teens on Disney, brand icon proud to meme. Her life was constantly monitored, curated and evaluated. So at the moment in Italy, we're asking, who is Ariana? Where does the person end and the real person begin? Because I guess that we're confusing both the characters. So who is Ariana now and who is the character? Working on Wicked amplifies all of these. I will take something from the sentiment on their social media. You guys said she has to perform with Glinda, not just on stage, but as part of the entire promotional fantasy machine. Imagine living inside a character for 2 years, while the world watches every smile, every tilt of your head. It's exhausting, and yes, this can affect physical health, mental health, and eating patterns. So I completely agree, and our perspective in Italy is like this comment. So when you guys talk about the entire promotional fantasy machine, yes, you guys in the United States, from our Italian perspective, grew up with a fantasy, a magic world that it's Disney, that it's Nickelodeon. So we had in Italy another different vision during our childhood. So we had another kind of cinema that it could be, I don't know if you remember, if you know, but an example, The Godfather, the Gomorrah film, so the Godfather movie, the Gomorrah movie, and our childhood has been around the criminal, the poverty, the family values. So watching movies for us in the early age was not so fantasy vision or magic vision world like for you guys that you grew up with Disney. We grew up also watching Disney movies, but the base of our culture in the cinema was different. So it was, like I said before, the criminal, the poverty, the family values, and then the creation of some wonderful movies like The Padrino and the Gomorrah, how I say before. So here the point, the focus point, that it's the product. So if you are a star that came from Disney or that came from Nickelodeon, you sign a contract where you have to act off camera as if you are in the role, like in this case with Ariana and Cynthia. So for us, it's the actor of Gomorrah or the American actor from The Padrino, from The Godfather. In the promotional season, will act as if he were on the set. For us, it will be ridiculous. So we will laugh in that case. It's surreal. It's not credible for us. So this is the huge difference. The base of the culture and childhood, how we grew up. Please feel free to write your comment if you feel the same, or if you had another vision of this chapter, of this topic. And no judgment, just open yourself with your opinion. Cynthia Erivo, we will focus a little bit on Cynthia. Protector, friend, co-star. Cynthia Erivo often appears protective of Ariana. On the social media, fans noticed Cynthia gives big caretaker energy. It feels like Ariana depends on her emotionally. Their dynamic looks unbalanced. From our Italian perspective, the sentiment is that this kind of relationship, that at the beginning we thought it was a romantic relationship, but then Cynthia and Ariana don't express of this. They just say we have a good relationship, but from our perspective and also my personal perspective, this relationship is a little bit toxic, because if we think that they started the movie 2 years ago and the promotional until now, for the personal brand and marketing, they will not recognize themselves. So it could be create a lot of mental issue, disorders, eating disorders, and toxic relationship. And one of the main point that we will ask in Italy, online and offline, is these two girls worked with which kind of people, which kind of team. No one in the team say to them, you girls should eat a little bit more, you girls should not crying, why are you crying during the interview? So for us, it's all toxic in this situation, nothing good. And because those two women, those two girls are the product in this industry at the moment, the important for the production is sell tickets. So they're traveling the world to promote the movie, and they should act off camera as if they are in the role. So more you act like this, more you put the fantasy magic word in the mind of people, younger and not younger, and more we as a production and as a country make money. The Hollywood machine and the marketing pressure. Wicked is not just a movie, it's a multi-millionaire dollar franchise, what I said before. Actors are expected to appear in character during promotional events, keep a polished image, be accessible to fans, smile constantly, maintain energy despite exhaustion. Disney, Nickelodeon, Hollywood make money from selling fantasy. The actors' lives became part of the marketing. So this is our perspective, as I told before. Ariana and Cynthia are not just performers. They are part of the promotional story, and while it's brilliant business, it's also stressful, humanly exhausting, and potentially harmful. So eating disorders, thinness, skinning, and burnout. They are topics that, from our Italian perspective, are really important, and we will talk now in a few seconds. Ariana's thinness is widely discussed online and also offline. In America, it becomes a public obsession. She's too thin. She must be stressed. From an Italian perspective, extreme thinness is often a sign of stress and burnout, not a brand choice. So for us, it's impossible that you sign a contract and you have to act like you are in the movie. So it's illegal, and from our perspective and culture and values, an actor in that condition will split the job, will quit the job. And Italy sees actor as human first, performance second. Pressuring someone to lose weight for marketing would be illegal and unacceptable. So what I said before, for us it's unacceptable, and if this kind of situation will happen in Italy, we will not buy ticket to go to see the movie. For us it's pretty impossible. So Italians don't grow up needing fantasy, I told you before. We're shaped by gritty realistic cinema, like I told you before. So let's do it into some Reddit commentary and let me know if you agree. Ariana looks drained, not dramatic, just genuinely burnout. True. Cynthia keeps stepping like she's shielding Ariana. True. I don't like. Both are so thin. Hollywood really eats actors alive. I don't think this is PR. They look like two women holding on to each other during heavy pressure. Ariana's body language looks like someone who's been performing since age 14 and never got a break. Yeah. So when I watch personally these two women, Ariana and Cynthia, what I see is pain. So I don't understand why you should sign a contract and take a lot of money and earn a lot of money, and also the production earn a lot of money, and you should live in a pain. This is not a human from our perspective. Burnout and the human cost. Ariana is managing childhood trauma, public scrutiny, body shaming, industry pressure, constant travel, and emotional labor. Cynthia is also under public and professional scrutiny. The result: fatigue, stress, emotional intensity. What we can resume is Italian versus American culture lens. So American culture reads micro-expressions like evidence, and I agree. Obsessive over appearance and gestures, not agree. Treat celebrities as mythological beings, I cannot understand. Considers marketing and persona as part of life. So I really love how you guys in the United States work with the brand, work with the marketing, and work with the meritocracy in the job, in the work. But our perspective in Italy regarding this specific situation is what we discuss in this video. So not particularly agree. Italian culture, read content and authenticity, focus on human first, value realism, human emotion, does not support a living character off screen. So the takeaway, observe, appreciate and empathize. Behind every Disney smile, Broadway hug or promotional appearance, there's a human being trying to survive and thrive. Yes, I would like to conclude this video telling that from our Italian perspective, what we see in the eyes of Cynthia and Ariana is pain, and it's a way of survive, a machine of money and marketing and budget and huge pressure. And the question is, how should they live when all this will be finished? Please feel free to leave a comment on this idea, suggestion on the case, but also in the future comment. Hit like and subscribe for another Spilling the Coffee. My name is Manuela, and we will be back in another video. Goodbye.